life you've always dreamed.
It's 5K season, and April 29th is the FSCA Family Service Children's Aid 5K Run, Walk, and Kids Run. 8:30 a.m. middle school at Parkside, presented by JTV Experience Jackson Fortress and M&K Jetting, and televising, not televising like TV, different type of televising, which we'll learn from Mark and Chris Konopacki at some point in the future. The Summit to Reduce Drug Violence is happening April 21st. That's this Friday, Jackson College Central Campus at the George E. Potter Dining Commons, 7:30 a.m. registration, 8:15 to 1:30 p.m. There'll be a breakfast and lunch provided, featuring guest speaker Dr. Chris Meld.
Nice.
That is Friday, April 21st.
We need some joy.
We need some joy. Let's get some joy going.
Snowy morning.
Yes, we need some joy. And with us now to help spread some joy is author, speaker, and joy coach, Robin Shear. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, Robin.
Thank you so much for having me. I've been clapping.
Of course.
Well, we're so happy to have you.
It's a perfect day because we woke up to a blizzard
You know,
after we were joyful.
Yes.
Here's
the
the
weather.
thing.
We didn't need you as much last week as we need you today.
You
Need
got
you
to
a
find
lot.
the joy in the blizzard. I'm just going to go right in.
Yeah.
Stick your tongue out and catch some flakes.
Well, there you go.
That's what I did. Yeah.
There you go. And I will say, I think the daffodils are used to it now, so they're waiting for
They're
it
hardy.
to. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
hardy. They're going to be just fine.
Let's hope.
Yeah. So you are a local artist.
Right.
Or, I'm sorry, author.
Author.
Yes. And you wrote this book, Messy Joy.
I did.
And you were kind enough to send us a copy of it, but tell our viewers kind of what they can expect and what kind of a tool this can be in their life.
Sure, yeah, Messy Joy is just written from a place of sharing some difficult experiences, but it goes beyond that into then what? You know, we all have imperfect lives, we struggle. You know, we have like this image on social media that everything is great.
The highlight
Perception,
reel.
right?
The highlight reel, right.
Yeah.
But in real life, you know, it's about what do we do when life is messy and it hurts, and where is joy, and how do we dig into that and cultivate that when, you know, it's not always the easiest thing to do. And so the book goes into a whole lot of experiences that I've had as an individual human, but also some of my coaching clients, and just, if I could find joy, if my clients could find joy, here's how you can find it too.
Yeah.
And so
You mentioned your coaching clients, so you can actually help people find their joy.
Yes.
That's got to be heavy for you.
Actually, I find it very fulfilling.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I get to help people with the fun stuff. You know, these are people who know that they want more joy in life, they just don't necessarily know how to go about finding it.
Okay.
And so we dig into what makes you feel most alive and what are you doing about it, and let's do it a whole lot more often.
Yeah.
Because we know that when a person feels good, they share it.
Yeah.
Right?
true.
It's a contagious thing, and so it's part of my plan for world domination, if I'm being really
that.
honest.
I like it.
What's your background? How did
Yeah.
you focus to become a author and life coach?
It was never part of the plan,
Sure.
as often is the case. Yeah, no, my background is in nutrition and
Okay.
dietetics, and after I served in that field, I served in the field of youth ministry for a long time, and then I worked with senior citizens who have Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. I was the activity director, and when I realized I had been unofficially coaching all along, and a lot of people kept saying, you need to make this official. So I went to school for it, and I realized that joy was that kind of common denominator. All of those populations really benefited from adding joy to life, even though that wasn't what they were signing up for. That's what they got, and that's what made the biggest difference. So
What's a good way to add joy into your life?
you got to know what it is.
Yeah.
You got to know where you get it,
Yeah.
and then you have to be really honest about your own life. Are you really making space for it?
Interesting.
We just had a very similar conversation
Really?
last week about something like that.
Okay, where did it go? I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Finished.
to be continued.
TBD.
There's only a comma. We
Yeah.
have about 5 minutes a week
TBD.
trying to solve all the world's
Pack it
problems.
all in, yeah. Check that box.
Exactly. So you have an event coming up, though,
We
that if somebody
do.
wants to
Yes.
continue that conversation
Yes.
and that search for joy, tell us about that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. So I'm a conference junkie.
Okay.
I love learning in groups. And I've
Then
attended.
you better make it fun.
You better believe it. It is going to be a good time. It's
Okay.
a party with a purpose. And I've attended a lot of conferences, and I've spoken as a keynoter at a lot of conferences, but I've never just been the person all day. And when my church asked, you know, would you be willing to do this? I started to cry. I said, of course I would be. I've always wanted to do this. Aww. And so basically we're going to spend a half day on April 29th just getting real with each other. Okay. We're going to look at where joy comes from. We're going to talk about where faith intersects that. Okay. Because faith is the source of joy for so many of us. You know, it's a gift of the Spirit, and we get to really cultivate that. Yeah. And then we're going to take it out, you know, beyond there, and we're going to learn how to share it with a world that really needs it.
I see there's an arrow pointed to for men and women.
You go, Andy.
So don't think that this is just for women now.
Yes.
For men and women.
You're right. We all need it.
Of
I
course.
think women are better.
Men might need it more.
I was just going to say, I think women are better at identifying that they need it.
Yes.
Yeah,
they're not any better at knowing how to get there, maybe, but taking that first step. So I would encourage, this might be a great date thing, like a couples thing.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah.
People are reading the book together. People are signing up for this together, because when you learn about any kind of life change and you do it with an accountability partner, it's just so much more effective and fun. Yeah. You know, we're going to talk about real life, and who better to do it with than the people you spend most of your time with. Yeah.
You brought a little video along, and let's take a look.
Okay.
It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Is there dancing?
There may be.
There's
I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah, there was a lot of movement there. I saw that. It looked joyful.
It better be.
I can't believe it. We were just saying that we know two incredible people whose purpose is to share joy. To share joy. And I told you, I know you're watching. We're going to connect these two, because together your joy empire is just going to explode.
The joy empire.
Yes. And we just discovered that we had some other incredible humans in common, the Malsack family.
I can't believe you know the Malsacks.
Yes, yeah. I went to school with their kids. So big shout outs to Dodie out there in California.
Dodie and Heidi and Lindsay.
Yes.
And of course, Bob and Marcia.
Yes. Hello, hello.
What should attendees be prepared for when they come to your speaking
What a
event?
good question. I mean, have them be prepared for a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We don't just sit around and lecture. I mean, I've got people up on stage. People are interactive. They're talking to each other. They're dancing. I mean, I hate to give it all away, but you saw we get down, we have a good time. It feels good to feel good, so we're gonna feel good.
Is there any prep work that people should do
Nope.
in getting ready for it?
No, just show up in whatever condition you're in. This is a bunch of real people getting together and talking about where joy fits into real life.
So
Whatever condition you're in.
your book released in December of 22. I'll talk a little bit about the process of writing a book.
Well, you know, I didn't mean to write a book. It
Yeah.
wasn't really part of the plan. That's how that often works out. But what I needed to get out evolved into a book, and I didn't think I'd publish it. I kind of just thought I would just write it for my own healing journey.
Okay.
And I talked to a publisher out of curiosity, and they loved the idea. And I thought, wow, okay. So I kept talking to publishers, and I got 7 offers to print this thing.
That's amazing.
It was scary. It was amazing and scary. And so I thought, yep, this needs to be heard. So here we are. And so it launched, and I didn't have a formal launch plan in place. It launched 6 weeks ahead of schedule, and I wasn't ready. My kids had both just gotten married.
Oh my
it was
gosh.
just right before Christmas. I was
Messy.
in between all these huge speaking engagements out of state, and the book launched, and it still did well because of the community.
Yeah.
It's about where we live and who we live here with. And
Well, and how lucky we are. I mean, you shared with us while we had the video running that, I mean, you've got South Africa coming up soon. You've been down south. You've been up north. It's been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And you're ours. You belong to our community, and
This
you're
is
giving
home.
back. Yeah, this is home, and
Oh,
you're having the
it's-
event here at the Presbyterian Church in
Yes,
Brooklyn.
yes.
Going to change lives locally, so that can spread across the world.
I hope
right?
so. I mean, it's a joy to be able to give and to serve. And like I say, when they asked, it was such a fast yes. It was such a quick yes.
And can we get another reminder about how people learn more and register for the event?
Yeah, they can go on my website, which is joytotheworldcoaching.com. And if they scroll down to the bottom, there's a list of speaking engagements, and there's a link right to the tickets. So joytotheworldcoaching.com.
Perfect. Are you going to go, Andy? Oh, you probably can't.
I
It's the
can't due
29th.
to the date, but I'm excited to finish your book.
Yay.
It's so. What's the messiest part for you?
I think just
Is
being
it the-
honest.
yeah.
I think just sharing that life isn't perfect,
Yeah.
you know, and yet we can choose joy in the trenches. You know, it doesn't have to be cleaned up all the time. We don't have to wait. We don't have to clean things up and, you know, heal from the diagnosis or fix the relationship or get the perfect job. We can mix it in now. And that's what I learned along the way, and that's what the book hopefully is teaching people.
I'm envisioning a lot of laughter through tears.
Yeah.
This is my favorite emotion.
Good. We're like soul sisters, me too. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and you've got
I
kids
appreciate
getting married.
it. They're
Yeah.
married.
Oh my
It's over
gosh.
and
So
done.
you're turning the chapter, and this is what came out of
You
it.
better
If
believe
someone locally wants to book you to speak to their staff, their corporation,
I would be honored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reach out on my website, joytotheworldcoaching.com.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
you so much for
Loved
being
meeting
here.
you today.
Yeah, thanks so
Yes.
much for being here. And again, it is on April 29th. Robin Shear with us on the morning show. We'll have more right after this quick break.